Hello, YouTube. Hello, Miss Cross. Hello, Mr. N. Oh, and we're glad you're here at school.
Yes, I love that song.
Hey, YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's been a long time since I've posted a video, like 2.5 weeks, and that's a long time.
Oh, for the spring break? I was like, yeah. No way it's been that long.
I took spring break off, and then last week was just really busy because I took Friday off to go up to Google, and Monday we did a PLC day, and
Thursday you had a training.
Thursday I had a training, so
yeah,
it was a crazy week. And then this week has started off pretty busy too.
Yeah, definitely.
But we thought we'd check in with you and talk to you a little bit about just like reflect on how things are going right now.
Yeah.
How are things going?
They're going good. We're trying to prep for the SBAC and wrapping up all our units and trying to get in as much material as we can. And
yes, you guys, teachers, you can relate.
Yeah.
You get to this point where it's almost time for testing and you're like, holy cow, I didn't cover this, and this yet. And you're like,
yep.
You know that emoji?
Yes.
I'm gonna put it right. So we are here scrambling for a few things. I know that like we've covered the anchor standards, and there's 3 things that in math that 4th graders need to be strong at, and I feel like we've covered those pretty well. But there's other little things that we need to make sure they know how to do. Because I'd hate for them to get on there and be like, what the heck is a
My teacher
simile?
never taught me that.
We didn't learn that, Mr. N.
They did learn simile, so check.
They've learned a lot about, I would just use that as an example. It talks a lot about idioms and stuff like that too. And
what was one? Adages? We found that in the standards, and I was like,
adages. Do you guys know what an adage is?
I had to look it up.
Oh yeah, what did it say?
Didn't he? Well, I asked Mr. N because he's like my encyclopedia.
Yes, I'm her Siri.
Yes, and he said something. It reminded me of what like parents say.
I'm a parent, that's why. What did I say?
He said something like, I don't even know actually.
Okay, good story.
Thank you. Would you like to hear it again?
So how's school going, Miss Cross?
Good. It's really exciting. We're in just beginning spring quarter. I like the classes, and we just got an email to sign up for summer, which is our last official quarter.
Last quarter. Dun 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 dun. Last quarter.
And I cannot believe it's gone by this quickly. It's insane. The time has flown by, so.
What has been your highlight of your student teaching experience so far?
Wow, that's such a good question. The highlight.
Okay, wait. I'll come back to that question.
Okay.
My question is, where have you grown the most during your journey? Because we were kind of talking about it at recess, where you're like, I've changed so much over the course of this program as a teacher.
I think really just in my understanding of the role of the teacher and the role of the students, and I always wanted to be student-centered, and I always wanted them to take charge of their learning, and I just didn't really know how. So through like both of my placements, my first one and this one, I've just really seen like the transformation that happens when you give them like choice and the opportunity to show what they know through various modes of learning. And for me, that's been a huge growing point of being like, let loose the reins, let them take the information where they want, and just coming up with lessons that showcase their ability and their needs.
Yeah. It's so true. Like when you think about becoming a teacher, and at some point you're like, oh my gosh, I have to teach these guys how to read.
Yeah.
And like you went through school, so a lot of people, and parents included, like you sit there with them and they're like, I went through 16 years of school, I know what you guys do. Well, you have no idea what we do, really, because like, how do you teach somebody, 1st grade teachers? Seriously, I give it up to you guys. How do you teach a kid how to read? That's a process, man. Like you have to be skilled at what you do. So I bow down to you.
I'll just do a regular one. I'm not really. We need cut comp to dab.
1st grade teachers.
Yes. That was my first placement.
I know.
Yes.
I had first grade too.
Aw.
Dina Stetter. Dina Stetter. I know more than just the C chord. That is A minor.
We love the guitar.
And G. Okay. So, okay. So you have, that's a good reflection on your part. Good reflection. I would say that's pretty common for most student teachers to feel that same way. What do you think you need to still work on?
Just trying to really have an overarching view of what needs to be done. I feel like I'm always like, so tomorrow I know these kids need these things and here's how I want to do it. And I think really just working on building the long road. Like, okay, so I'm doing this tomorrow because it'll connect to next week and next month. And just like the big picture of things.
A lot of that will come with experience and being in the same grade more than 1 year. So the first year that you're with a curriculum, you're really learning it. You're on the fly yourself, and it's hard to make those connections in the future, you know, to future learning. But then the second year, you're already familiar with that, so you're already like, okay, last year this, you know, if I was a little stronger here, it would have helped here. And so then by the third year, you're like, you're ready. You're an expert.
That's good to know.
Yeah, then you can really spice up your lessons.
Oh, yes. Okay, good.
Because you know how I love to spice my lessons.
He does. He loves it.
I love to add the salt and pepper and little, what kind of sauce should I put on there? Some kind of spicy sauce. Yes.
Emoji.
Okay, so what else is going on? Like, we are really heading towards the finish line. We have like 36 days of school days left of school.
Wow.
I know. Think about that. That's really eye-opening, honestly.
The time is flying, but
it is.
I feel like it makes me so proud when they do something, and I'm like, you're gonna go on and do so many awesome things. And
I don't know if you guys have been feeling this, but our kids have kind of really been loosey-goosey lately, and like we're trying to like tighten it up a little bit. So
the summer slack is coming.
Are you guys?
Like, not yet.
Yeah, is everybody feeling that? They came back from spring break, and then it's just been downhill since then. But we're working hard on it, right? We're working hard on it. So what are some of the things? Like today, you were super. You held that expectation really well for them. Did you feel that?
Yeah, I just tried to be consistent, use a lot of like positive reinforcement, but also be like, hey, this is what I expect, and we're not going to move on until it happens. So that, because I felt like if I let up the reins, then it was going to be way harder to overcome that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Just consistency and clear expectations.
Yep, that's so key, teachers. So set that expectation and hold your kids to it. Okay, don't sacrifice or that's not really the right word. Don't I don't know what I'm trying to say. But you know, you want to hold them to that expectation.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so for school-wise, what do you got left? Just a few observations and...
Yes, so I have 4 observations left. I have like a social studies. I have to teach a lesson and like plan and reflect on that. And that's basically it for big assignments. Just, I think I'm currently in 4 classes and I'll have 2 over summer and then I'm done. Then I'm done.
Wow. So the school that she goes to, they have a credential program and master's program that run concurrently. So you go through this master's program and you get your credential at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So I'll have my credential June 25th, but my master's not till July, like I think 27th. So that's why there's still summer classes.
Yeah. Did you look at any other programs, or was it like UCI and that was it?
UCI. I mean, I went to UCSB, so I looked at their program, but I planned on moving back to Orange County. So the proximity and location.
The OC?
Yes. I wanted to come back here, and I mean, I looked at a couple other programs, but when it came down to it, just like the timing and the philosophy, I was just like, I only applied to one program, and it was UCI. And so thank you for taking me.
Yay! All right, the kids are knocking on the door. I just wanted to check in with you because it's been so long since I've posted a video. And I want you to know that I love you, and I'll be posting more, and we will talk soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, and everybody please hit the like button as well. Talk to you soon. Over and out.
Goodbye!